boy named Denji who is passing by alley and found a door. When he tries to open door he wake up from his dream. Then we know that Denji works for Yakuza. When he was on his road to work he starts calculating how much money he had left to pay the Yakuza. He works as woodcutter, sold his kidney, right eye and balls to pay off his debt. Then we see a devil named Pochita who is besides Denji. After some time Denji realizes there is a devil nearby and goes there to hunt it down. He knows the corpse of a devil goes for high price. Then he sees a tomato devil and hunt him using Pochita who works as a chainsaw. After that he goes to an old man who hired Denji and tells him I will give you 3 lakh yen but after cutting tax and interest you will get 70,000 yen. After receiving money he has only 1800 yen which is left by paying his bills and debt. Then the old man's driver tells the man why are you hiring a kid like Denji? Where? Old man tells him that Denji's father has debt to him, so he is paying it off. Also the real devil hunter did not sell the devil's corpse to him so he uses Denji for it and get corpse of devil from him. Then driver asks Denji, if you eat this cigarette I will give you 100 yen. Denji then eats the cigarette and get 100 yen from the driver. The driver laughs at Denji and goes from there. Then Denji spilt out the cigarette and goes home. After coming home he eats bread and give half the bread to Pochita and tells him that the people eat bread with jam but we do not have this kind of luxury. The time when I paid off this debt I will become old and also don't have any girlfriend. Then we see a flashback where Denji is standing in front of his father's grave with the old man. The old man told him your father has debt so that's why he committed suicide. So you have to pay 7 lakh yen by tomorrow otherwise I will cut you into small pieces. After listening this Denji thinks what he needs to do from now on. Then suddenly a devil comes near Denji which has a chainsaw attached to his head and looks like he is injured. Then Denji offers him his blood to heal himself and make a deal with the devil. After that Denji hunts a devil and asks the old man what if he hire him as devil hunter. Then the scene comes to present and Denji tries to sleep but he is very hungry so he cannot sleep and talks to Pochita about his dream. That he is eating bread with jam and flirts with girl. Then suddenly Denji coughs hardly and blood come from his mouth. After seeing this Pochita worries about him and then Denji told Pochita that his mother also has a heart disease like this and also she coughs blood like this. At that time the old man comes there and told Denji that a devil is spotted near so come with me to a empty factory to hunt it down. After coming to factory Denji asks where is the devil. Then the old man tells Denji that he is very grateful to him for all his hard work. Hearing this a man comes behind Denji and stab him sword through his and Pochita's chest. After this old man tells him that Yakuza also has dream of becoming big. So he signs a contract with zombie devil and the devil does not like devil hunter. Then the zombie devil comes there and tell them that the Yakuza people and so dumb that for some power they are willing to turn into zombie and also I do not like devil hunters so you have to die. Hearing this Denji tries to run from there and go near the door. But the zombies surrounds him and brutally stabs him with knife and cut him into pieces and throw him into dustbin with Pochita. Then blood from Denji's mouth flows and Pochita drinks the blood and regain consciousness. Then Pochita remember the time with Denji at cutting trees where Denji told him that when he dies by a devil, Pochita will become lonely and other devil hunted will hurt you. So I remember that some devil took control over dead body. So when I die took control over my body and live ordinary life and die in ordinary way and fulfill my dreams. Then we see a scene of dustbin where Pochita starts to merge with Denji and heals him. After that Denji regain consciousness and thinks why he is still alive after Pochita took over his body. Then Pochita tells Denji I will give you my heart so that you can live and fulfill your dreams. Also I can see how you can fulfill your dreams. After that Denji wake up from dustbin and sees in his chest there is tail of Pochita, which is connected to his heart. Then zombie devil sees Denji and say to him I will tell zombies to eat you alive and then see how you will revive. And sends zombies to attack Denji. After that Denji thinks he is like Yakuza as that he wants to live a better life with Pochita if so then there is no fault of Yakuza here. Then Denji pulls the cord that is in his chest. After that zombies attacks on Denji and he turn into a chainsaw man. After transforming into a chainsaw man Denji starts cutting zombies into 2 pieces and then cut zombie devil into 2 pieces. After that he thinks if hunt Yakuza which is turned into zombies then he have to pay no money to them. And then starts to cut remaining zombies. Then next morning we see a car coming to the factory in which Makima and other 2 men comes and check the scene of fighting. Makima comes near Denji and asks him what this you're doing. After listening to this Denji asks to hug him. Hearing this Makima hugs him. After that Denji turns back to human and Makima says after all you are a human and there is no devil possession on you. I have come here to eliminate zombie devil and also I'm a devil hunter. So you have 2 options first is I will kill you for becoming devil, or take you back as a human and feed you. After listening this Denji asks her what is in breakfast. Then Makima tells him there is light bread with jam, salad into the episode 2 we see Denji going with Makima in the car. At that time Denji's stomach make noise because he is hungry. After hearing the noise Makima tells Denji you don't have to worry about food because she will raise you. So from now on you have to tell answers either yes or in barking because I don't like dogs who are not obedient. Hearing this Denji thinks that I thought Makima is a nice girl but I feel scared after hearing this. Then Makima tells him there is a store nearby so let's go there and grab breakfast. Here take this coat to cover yourself. After wearing the coat he falls in love with her because nobody ever treated him so nicely before. At the store he orders udon. Suddenly he feels weak because in the previous fighting he lost so much blood and leans towards Makima. Then Makima asks Denji how did you turn into this? Hearing this Denji tells her that he had a pet named Pochita which is devil and he get merged with him and Pochita replaced his heart. Listening this Makima tells Denji that such cases are so rare and you don't have to worry about anything because there is a scent of devil inside you, so your pet is with you. Hearing this Denji get excited and faints there. After some time Denji wake up and asks Makima can he eat this food. Makima tells Denji you can eat or I will feed you. Hearing this Denji asks Makima to feed him and looks very happy. Then he asks Makima which type of men do you like. Makima tells Denji she like boys like Denji. Then Denji asks Makima what is her name. After coming to Tokyo Makima take Denji to Devil Hunter headquarters. And tells him in Tokyo there are thousands of devil hunters that include normal peoples and we get paid vacations for public safety officers. Then Denji thinks if we work together who knows that he and Makima end up living together. After that Makima brings his uniform and introduces co-worker Aki to him. Hearing this Denji asks Makima can he work with her? Then Aki drags Denji from there for patrolling. At patrolling Denji asks Aki is there any boyfriend of Makima but Aki ignore him and tell to let's go to that alley. After coming to alley Aki attacks at Denji with punches and throws him down. Then he say to quit the devil hunter job because he saw many of his co-worker die from devils. Because of money and also you came here for Makima. Then Denji told him, so what? Hearing this Aki tells him he will tell Makima that you ran off after seeing a devil so you have no need to come back tomorrow. And then tries to leave from there. Suddenly Denji attacks at Aki's balls and says that he is not afraid of death and he finds this lifestyle exciting and asks Aki do you also like Makima? Hearing this Aki tells Denji do you not find other spot except for my balls? After coming back to headquarters Denji tells Makima a nut devil attacks Aki and break his balls. Hearing this Makima tells both of them that you are ready to work together and Denji is in your unit. Hearing this Aki told her no but Makima tells to him that the unit you are in charge of is an experimental unit. Then Aki asks Makima what is Denji? Makima tells him Denji can transform into devil. So he can get special treatment and if he tries to quit this job, we can kill him, as a devil. Then we see both Aki and Denji walking where Aki tells Denji if he tries to leave he has right to kill him. Then Denji asks Aki is Makima a bad person? Then Aki tells him she saved his life so he don't think she is a bad person. Then next morning we see Denji eating bread with various jams on it and making mess in the room. Seeing this Aki yells at him and takes him to his mission. Where a fiend has appeared. There Denji asks Aki what is a fiend. Aki tells him fiends are people who get posses by devil and we can distinguish them by their heads. After coming near to fiend Aki asks Denji to kill him using his power so he can decide right here he can work with his unit or not. Then suddenly the fiend attacks at them and Denji kills it using the sax. Seeing this Aki asks Denji why don't you use your power to kill it? Hearing this Denji tells him if I use my power he would have died painfully. Then Aki take Denji and smashes his face to window and say, do you see the police outside? They are protecting their families by risking their lives. And also I lost my entire family by a devil in front of my eyes and so you don't have to pity them. After saying this Aki goes back and Denji sees adult comics. And thinks, thank God no blood spilt over it and I'm living my dream life. But I think there is something missing, some motivation like supporting family or citizen. But I don't have this kind of thing. So what I'm going to do from now on? Then he suddenly thinks about Makima and says from today onwards I have a new dream of touching other girl's chest. In the next scene we see both of them in office and Makima tells Denji in public safety there is team of 2 people so I will assign a new member to you. But she is a fiend so you have to careful. After that Power comes to room and asks Denji is you are my new partner? Seeing Power Denji tells she is a fiend so why is she working as a devil hunter? But after carefully observing how hot she is Denji quickly accept her. Then Makima tells them that Power is in Aki's team and also your team is experimental so if there is no results then you know what going to happen to all of you. Also because Power has horns you have to be careful around public so it cannot cause any commotion. Then in next scene we see both Denji and Power walking together. where Power slaps Denji and asks where's Devil and also I'm very bloodthirsty. Then Denji thinks if she was not hot he will definitely not tolerate her and thinks a way to touch her chest. After that both of them confront with police officer and Denji quickly took out his card and shows to them that he is a public safety officer. After that Power tells Denji before she is afraid of devils but now she is not, so why there is no devil. Hearing this Denji think why is he stuck with this girl. Then he remembered because of Aki's recommendation, so for he can quit this job. Suddenly Power smells the blood of devil and runs towards it. After seeing the sea cucumber devil she transforms her blood into hammer and smashes the devil. Because of this, a big mess has occurred around it and she laughs like a madman. Then we see Denji who is looking at this from top of the building. In the starting we see a group of people works to clean up the mess Power made when she killed the sea cucumber devil. Makima informs her that if a public safety demon hunter division member killed a civilian hunter's devil, they would be guilty of obstructing that hunter's business and Power would typically be arrested for that. She reprimands Power for not thinking things through before acting and tells Denji to manage Power. She has talent using her blood because Power was the blood devil, but she gets agitated easily and might not be suitable to be a devil hunter. When Power overhears this, she fabricates a story in which she claims Denji forced her to slay the devil. Denji then calls her a liar. The two then begin debating who is telling the truth. Power ceases right away when Makima urges them to be silent. After that, Makima says she wants to see them get along, and Power agrees that they can. Power notices a cat and begins patting it a little while after Denji buys himself a drink. Although Denji claims that being able to buy a drink is a dream come true for him, if things keep going the way they are, being thirsty will be the least of his troubles, and with Power lying, things won't get any better. Power explains that she despises all people and only interacts with cats. Since one of them stole her pet cat Meowie, she now despises devils. Meowie was taken by Makima before Power could recover her, and while Meowie may now be dead, Power isn't willing to give up. Power is ready to put up with people or anything else she has to do in order to get Meowie back. She doesn't think Denji will be able to relate to her concern for a cat. Denji responds that it is foolish to do all of that for a cat and that he would do everything to touch some breasts, but he could understand her actions if she were doing it for a dog. Power then offers to touch her breasts in exchange for assistance in locating Meowie. Denji declares that as a devil hunter, he can't keep quiet about it and would murder the devil as he becomes enraged and upset at the devil that abducted the poor cat. The Public Safety Division then gives the two the go-ahead to shut off the power. Power explains as they move closer to the demon that she knows where it is but that only Denji would be able to defeat it because the devil will probably use Meowie as a shield. Denji explains that he formerly owned a pet by the name of Pochita. He is okay as he is in his heart even though he can no longer pet him. Power declares that people are stupid because doing so only proves Pochita's death and shows how sad self-comfort is. Denji decides not to dispute with her after considering his goal, although he is sure they would never get along. A time jump happens, and Makima is now meeting with the higher-ups. While discussing this, some of the attendees express their hope that in the future, Japan's only adversaries will be devils. They inquire about Makima's squad's performance, and she replies that one of them appears promising while the other she recently selected appears intriguing. They warn her that she must not become attached to them because it is her responsibility to raise them and employ them. A little while later, the scene switches to the inside of a car, where Aki complains that Denji is nasty and not at all interesting and questions why Makima has such high hopes for him. According to Makima, every devil is given a name at birth, and the more those names are feared, the more powerful the devil grows. For instance, coffee isn't thought to be particularly terrifying, therefore a coffee devil would likely be ineffective. However, a car devil would likely be strong because it is simple to see getting run over and dying. She claims that Denji can transform into Chainsaw Devil, which intrigues her somewhat. While everyone in public safety has a genuine desire or objective, Denji only wants to live the good life and even believes he can be friends with devils. Aki is still unsure of how useful he will be. When Power and Denji arrive at the city's outskirts, Power points to a house and claims the devil who kidnapped Meowie is there. Denji hopes he won't need to transform into chainsaws as he approaches the house, but Power assumes he is joking. Denji considers whether Power should be this close given that he can see her as they come closer and remembers that the demon will use the cat as a shield. Power admits that she did say that in the past, but she was mistaken. They halt in that instant. Denji tries to strike her with his axe, but she strikes him first and knocks him out in an instant. He has good intuition for an imbecile, she continues. Denji is dragged inside the house by Power. The Bat Devil, one particular devil, claims that because she kept him waiting, he believed she had fled. Power adds that it took her some time to reclaim some independence and that she has now delivered a human to him as per his request. The Bat Devil then takes Denji in his arms, remarking that because he is still young, his blood will be full of vitality. The Bat Devil reveals to Denji as he begins to awaken that he lost an arm and had to go into hiding as a result. Denji claims he doesn't care, but the devil retorts that food shouldn't communicate and argues that by ingesting human blood, he will recover from the injuries he sustained from dealing with people. Denji vomits blood after being lifted above his head and squeezed by the Bat Devil, who declares it unpleasant and discards Denji. His arm regenerates, but the Bat Devil wants to wash it with a human to remove the foul taste. Denji turns to look at Power, who says that he trusted her account and that people are naive. Although the Bat Devil admires the city, he despises the smell of cigarettes, cosmetics, and perfume. He declares he will be eating some kids, though, after smelling something pleasant. Power requests the human to free Meowie and explains that she has come as promised. Bat Devil remembers saying that, but instead of punishing her for bringing him foul blood, he just says that he hasn't, before swallowing Meowie. When Power notices that, she remembers her time spent in the woods and how she first encountered Meowie. After killing a bear, she discovered a cat and gave her the name Meowie. Before devouring her, she made the decision to make her fat. She continued to feed Meowie and take care of her while anticipating the day she would devour her. When Power is laying on a roof one day and hears the cat meowing, she remarks that hearing something other than screams is weird because she has killed everyone she has ever met. Then the Bat Devil appears and snatches Meowie. He claims that, having been hurt, he requires blood and that, if she wants the cat back, she must bring him a person. When Power witnesses the Bat Devil suckling Meowie, she turns to Denji and tells him that she now comprehends how terrible it is to not be able to pet Pochita. She is then taken by and ingested by the Bat Devil. The Bat Devil whines that she tastes awful, too, and that she needs to eat some kids to feel better. Then, as he soars into the city, he makes note that after the kids, he will devour some virgins, and that he would order a hefty man for his main dish and a pregnant woman for his dessert. He then observes Denji grabbing onto his leg and sucking his blood, pleading with him to return his breasts. When the devil notices that, he is shocked and seizes Denji. He remembers waking up one morning and not being able to locate Pochita. He searched all over for him and was afraid that a devil had eaten him. When he got back home, Pochita was waiting for Denji in the corner, crying. Denji held Pochita in his arms and quickly fell asleep, feeling comforted. Denji wonders how Power felt as she tried to go asleep while aware that the demon had Meowie. After pulling the rope on his chest, Denji uses the chainsaw that emerges from his head to cut the devil's arms and free himself, shocking the Bat Devil by revealing that he is actually a devil. Denji notices a woman and advises her to run as the two fall into a structure. Given that he is a devil, the Bat Devil questions why he did it. The devil is punched by Denji, who then engages in combat. He tells them to flee when he notices other people during their struggle. The Bat Devil notices this and wonders whether he can cut Denji by picking up a car with a person inside of it and throwing it at him. The automobile is eventually grabbed by Denji, who says he doesn't care whether he saves the man or not before throwing it back at the devil and smacking him in the face. The Bat Devil then releases a shockwave from its jaws that knocks Denji off his feet. The Bat Devil removes the victim from the vehicle with the intention of eating and curing him. He still hears the sound of the chainsaws through the smoke, and he ponders how Denji is still alive. Denji complains indignantly that despite his patient waiting, he was still unable to sense anything. Denji simply slashes them with his chainsaws while the Bat Devil warns him to stay away while throwing debris at him out of fear. The Bat Devil then makes an attempt to hit Denji, but Denji simply slices his arm before jumping to kill him and severing his stomach. So if you like my explanation, subscribe to channel for more videos like this. Tell me in comment which series do you want next.